Thursday night football in Seattle. We got the Niners and the Seahawks, divisional matchup between two teams that suffered disappointing losses last week that need to recover here. I think the Niners need to win a little more, but I also think the Seahawks have looked a little better recently. So, plus it's at home in Seattle, so the 12th man should be in attendance, although I don't know if they've been all that great. Weren't they at home last week against the Giants when they lost? I don't know.
They were. They were at home last week against the Giants. And Giants, like we said last week, they're a pretty sneaky team. They can hang in a lot of games and be right there with a lot of teams, and they did it without Malik Neighbors. And Daniel Jones looked better than he has in a long time last week. He made smart decisions, didn't turn the ball over, and is Daniel Jones resurrected from the dead, kind of?
No, he's not. He's not. Don't worry. He still looked rather inaccurate at times. He was making good decisions, though. I'll give him that.
Still going for Cam Ward or Quinn Ewers.
Yes, absolutely. Cam Ward. I'm all in.
Speaking of the Giants stuff, Theo Johnson's coming on well for a rookie.
Yeah, he had a decent game. He's been kind of lackluster before that this week, but I mean, we might be able to ramp him up and get him going now that Daniel Jones finally found him. Maybe he'll get a little more confidence in throwing him the ball. He's a huge target, so
huge target, tons of talent too. So we'll talk more about the Giants when we get to them, but let's go ahead and talk about the Thursday night game. Obviously, you can see me a little bit better dressed than usual, no hat, going out on a little bit of a date night with the wife tonight. So got a babysitter and doing a quick little session here.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Where you guys going? Any Italian joint? You're Italian.
No.
Right. No. Wow.
We're not going Italian. We're going for sushi.
Okay. I fuck with sushi.
Going for sushi.
Like that.
Yeah. I like
I'm
sushi.
sure there's good spots out there.
Yeah, good spots.
Do you think Gino Smith likes sushi? Big sushi guy?
I mean, I hope so. He's out in Seattle. They're going to get fresher sushi than most of the country. So, let's get into the game, though. So, I guess I'll start us off with just where I think this game is going. So, like you said, both teams have their positives and negatives. The run game for San Francisco is really their main positive. It's been absolutely dynamic with Jordan Mason. He's the number 2 rusher in the league right now behind Derrick Henry. He's not far behind either. So both of them are over 500 yards. Yeah, no one knew his name, but he's over 500 yards rushing already. So it's pretty wild. But also last week, Brandon Ayuk actually had a good game. Actually showed up. He missed his yardage from the previous 4 games by 15 yards or something like that in this game alone. So before that, absolutely terrible. This game, you said Seattle struggled last week. I'm actually going to predict that Seattle is going to get an upset here, if they can call it an upset. They do have the better record. But I know a lot of people still are going to favor the San Francisco 49ers since they are a Super Bowl favored team to be in that conversation. But I am taking Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. He's the leading passer in the league right now. He's got that offense humming. Kenneth Walker is back. He's healthy. He had 80 yards and 3 touchdowns his first game back. So he's that offense does have some good positives there. And I don't see anyone really stopping DK Metcalf. I know that San Francisco does have a pretty good secondary, but the defense has been beat this year, especially by the pass. So I can see DK Metcalf having a really good game and Seattle finally getting one over on San Francisco.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game. I think it could go either way. I'm honestly confused. I don't know if it's going to be a really exciting game or a really boring game. This could go in any direction at this point. I do agree the running back for the 49ers, Mason's been pretty good. So I think he could have another good game here. And if Brock Purdy and Brandon Ayuk can get together again and have another good game, the 49ers definitely could take it. For the Seahawks, though, I agree with you. I think DK could have a good game here. Geno's been playing good. You mentioned he's the top quarterback in the league right now in what, yards or something?
Yeah, as far as passing yards, yeah.
Yeah, so the Seahawks, I mean, they have pieces. They could definitely take this too. Being at home, I think, will make a difference, even though they did lose last week, like we mentioned.
They don't lose a lot at home. So you have to look are they going to drop 2 in a row at home? It doesn't have to happen a ton. It definitely can happen, especially against a talented team like San Francisco, but it doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna agree with you. I'm gonna also take the Seahawks in maybe an upset, like you said. That doesn't bode well for your chances of winning this. My picks have been terrible this year, so
Hey,
hopefully we both get the win though.
I mean, we had the same record last week. We both went 7-7. Josh and LJ went 9-5. So LJ improved his
Jesus,
lead
man.
on the league even further. So yeah, the two guys who
Literally,
have won a week so far both won this week.
I literally switched two of my picks last second last week that both ended up winning too. So I could have easily been worse.
That could have been rough.
Yeah, the Cowboys and the Chiefs. I was gonna pick against both of them. So ridiculous. But yeah, I'm taking
Yeah,
the Seahawks. I'm
but
not confident, but yeah,
like you said, when you feel good about the Steelers end up losing, and you
yeah,
felt like the
literally.
Steelers were going to win, and Dallas won. So
Yeah,
you
that's
ended
why
up
I picked
going with
Dallas.
the logic there and took it.
Yeah, and when we get to the actual picks, maybe tomorrow or the next day, we'll be talking about that again when the Steelers game comes up. So that'll be fun. But yeah, we're both picking the Seahawks. It should be a fun game, and this is our Thursday night video, doing a little different this week with the
Yeah,
with the one-off.
yeah, doing it a little bit different. I kind of like it. I kind of like the little one-off because it is
I kind of
it
do
is
too.
away from the rest of the games. So I kind of think it makes sense just to kind of do a little one-off there, put this on the IG, and just add it into the video later on. But I got to imagine, just knowing the other guys, I got to think that we might be the only Seahawks guys in this conversation. I feel like Josh is going to pick the Niners. I feel like LJ will as well, and same with Tyler, honestly. Although a lot of people do like Geno, so I could see people just rolling with Geno.
Dude, he's a stud. He's a legend.
He's
WU.
great.
Let's go, baby.
Honestly, I would love to see him just keep continuing on his passing this year and just grow up on it. Like if he got into the MVP conversation, I'd be so happy for him.
That'd be crazy. This might be a year where a non-quarterback wins MVP, to be real.
It could. I certainly want to talk about the MVP conversation. We'll talk about it later in the videos, but they're already kind of speculating who's the front runner already. It's only 5 weeks in, but we'll talk a little bit more on that.
Yeah,
But I
things will
certainly
definitely.
think Geno, by the way he's passing right now, if they keep winning, he certainly can get in the conversation. I don't know if he'll get it, but he certainly can get in the conversation.
Yeah, I agree. We're about 8 minutes in. Let's just wrap it up, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
ready.
wrap it up.
You got
Thursday night
places to
football,
be?
baby. Let's go. I might meet up with LJ for that game. We'll see, but yeah, should be a good show. Might place a couple bets, couple parlays on that game, and see if
Me too. Gino,
I can get something going.
I'm nervous. Betting makes me so. I always lose by like one player, and it's the worst.
Hey, it's ridiculous. Especially the longer the leg and you lose by one player. It's like, dude, 15 people and I got 14.
Just give me some money.
Well, they do have like underdogs and chalkboard, things like that, where you can get money if you get like 5 out of 7.
Really? I don't use underdog. I might have to start. I don't know.
Underdog's pretty cool. I think in Kentucky, I think you get chalkboards, so check it out.
I will for sure. I couldn't make any bets this week because we were in Georgia, and I guess sports betting is still frowned upon there.
Stupid Georgia. I think everything's frowned upon there.
Georgia. Honestly, like what the heck?
Yeah. All right, man. I gotta get going. The lady's probably waiting for me right now. So I'll catch you on the flip side, and can't wait to talk more football.
Go Gino.
Go Geno. Later.